Welcome, everyone. It's the Todd and Daisy morning stream at GetPartDaily.com. Good morning, Daisy.
Good morning.
So this is what it looks like when your nanny doesn't show up to work. And Erin and I drive safe because I want to get here a little early because, well, I'm a professional. And she and then I get the text. It's like, she's not here. I'm freaking out. Which is she's probably not going to be here. So you volunteered to step
I
up.
volunteered, and if she does come, I'll just go hang out there and
get ready for information.
You know, the traffic was quite bad this morning. Was it bad when you came in?
Not bad. We had some flurries over the night and last night.
Yes, flurries indeed.
Nothing stuck to the road where we were. On the grass and stuff, but I guess Thursday, Friday we got something coming in.
Yes, but I was just reading it's not going to be as cold because last week was so cold, wasn't it? This week's going to be a little bit warmer.
I just want snow. I have a snowblower. I used it this much, and I want to use it this much.
Your snowblower has been chilling all winter.
It really has, and I think that's why it hasn't snowed. It's because they know I'm ready.
Yeah, your snowblower is all ready and full of like whatever you put in it.
My gloves are sitting on the dash there.
And didn't you say that yesterday that it's even like facing the right way, so you can just go as soon as it.
I remember. This is a long time ago. I still remember it. And it was a Jeep commercial, and they showed this Jeep commercial guy, and he's so excited, and you see him out in his garage, and he's putting his gloves on like this, right? And he hits the garage door, and the garage door goes up, and there's 3 feet of snow waiting for him, and he just blasts through it. Yeah. That's been my life stream.
Yeah, I got to say, I drive a Jeep, and man, it's good in the big storms.
Isn't
it's
it
just
fun?
It's like a little tank, you know? I love it.
It is a little tank.
I love it.
Equifax. Remember when they got breached, and how many millions of people got exposed?
A lot of millions.
Huge amount.
That's the technical term. A lot of millions.
That's like this much.
Mm-hmm. It's like this much.
50% of America hasn't checked their credit scores.
Really?
They could have accounts that have been opened under their names. They could have all this stuff going on, and the spokesperson that was talking yesterday was like, "You might want to do this."
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Because we had 2 loans set up under our names, and then the phone calls, and you got to wait on hold, and it's horrible music.
Yeah. Oh, horrible music. That's the word. Is it like My Heart Will Go On?
No, like it's they don't pay for any rights, so they have like some guy's nephew on a bad keyboard.
It's music.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It's music.
It makes you want to die.
Yeah. So what else is going on? Let's go to the morning cam, shall we? Because this is kind of funny. Yesterday we're sitting here and we're looking at the morning cam. We're looking out that window, and that's Mulligan's. That is a state-run golf course. Okay, now you can see the snow, and I want to show you what we saw yesterday. Go ahead and show them what we saw yesterday, because Brio Technologies, by the way, is for the mountain cam there. So anyway, what we saw yesterday was the guy, the little cart. I got to drive it. See the little cart in the center?
Oh, look at that little cart.
And they've got a little mechanism up front that picks up golf balls.
No.
Yes.
That's so she.
I know. And so there are balls evidently on top of the snow because isn't that ridiculous?
It picks up your balls.
It does. And the fact that people are going down there and hitting at the driving range. I just thought that was so weird because it's like it snowed.
So people still go down there in the winter, but they don't actually play golf. What do they do? Just hit balls?
Yeah, there's driving range where you just set up with a bucket of balls and you hit them.
And the purpose of that is
to get your swing down and work on it because you're addicted to a game you'll never win. Okay,
not just to get out your anger or whatever.
Well, that too, probably.
Balls around.
I like to drive the cart.
Oh yeah, I've never driven a golf cart. That'd be so fun. Did you go fast and do donuts?
And if it's wet, you can slide like that, like you're drifting.
Oh, so fun!
I know.
So fun. Maybe we should go down there today and just be like.
I went down last during the summer, and they let me drive that. And you know what? People aim at you when they're driving.
What?
When they're hitting the ball.
Oh, they do.
They target you as you go across.
Really?
They're dirty.
Because they're jealous. Because they're jealous.
Because I'm on the inside. I've been watching some of the bills that they're doing at the Hill, on the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard this one. This representative wants to, he's got a bill up for a vote, that if you get to a stoplight and it's red, if you think it's stuck and there's no pedestrians and no cars around, you can go through it.
What could possibly go wrong with that?
I don't know. And especially because it's your judgment on, I think it's stuck.
I think it's stuck.
It must be stuck because it's red.
Because I've been here for ages.
And the other people are going, I think it's stuck on green. This is wonderful. So now, and they said, in case you're late to the airport. And I'm like, what? And then you throw bicyclists in there. It's the most...
I was just going to say it. So I'm running late for work. Oh, that one's stuck. Oh,
Right.
that one's stuck. Oh, I think that one's stuck too. You know, it's just like, really.
And it came from one guy, one constituent. He said he was running late to the airport, and he did that. He came to a full stop, and they blew through the red light. Cop gave him a ticket. He took it to the judge. The judge was not sympathetic, so he thinks they should change the law for this one guy.
No, I'm sorry. Is the one guy like someone really important?
He's probably a big donator of like $8 or $9, and you got to keep everyone in your district happy. Evidently,
no, don't do it. Don't do it.
It's just a weird thing.
No, that's just so silly, isn't it?
I was going to talk about something else. Anyway, let me look at my rundown here. So Erin's not here today, and our house is. You had a sore throat yesterday, right?
I did. Yeah, I did.
And now, what's the magical cure for your sore throat?
Well,
your
my
voice?
mum says pineapple. She came round.
I've heard that.
Yeah, so did the show yesterday. My voice is, and Pat's like, oh, our boss is like, oh, you should maybe go home after the show. And I did the thing where I'm like, oh, I think I can hang in. And he's like, no, after the show, go home and get better. So I went home. I was telling you, just didn't talk all day, watched some daytime TV. But my mum is convinced that a pineapple is the thing to do.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, so she brought me a pineapple and she's like, eat the whole thing. And it was like this big.
It's huge, yeah.
So, I mean, I ate some, but I feel better today.
So
eat a pineapple, kids.
That's now a rule. It is pineapples. That's what I've been lacking, evidently.
Yeah, if you'd have done that at the beginning of the winter, the whole thing would be so
our
different.
house wouldn't be on lockdown.
I think we're petri dish, though. Someone was saying in the comments yesterday, it's like, that one of us is sick and then someone else, and that, it's just, but spring's nearly here.
And most of us will die off before then. And one thing, when the boss says you should go home, and inside you're like, yeah, but it's really important to do this with your shoulders. All right.
I'd much rather stay here and work.
And infect you all.
I suppose I'll go home and put on my pajamas and watch Judge Judy. That was so good.
Highest paid person in television.
Yeah, what's that all about?
A syndication.
I even watched Family Feud. That was so good.
No, who's the host now?
Steve Harvey.
Oh, that's right. He is funny.
It's so bad and good at the same time.
He has that slow burn when he looks at the audience.
Yeah.
He's
like,
that's crazy.
You just said the most ridiculous
What else?
thing
What
ever.
else? What other game show?
Let's see. Well, I watched Ellen. I mean, that's fantastic.
She's wonderful.
And then the news and just
Take a nap?
No, didn't take a nap. Oh, and This Is Us came back last night. I don't think you guys watched This Is Us.
I'm not into it yet.
Oh, you should binge.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really good. So that was last on Super Bowl Sunday. That came back last night.
Oh, after the Super Bowl, didn't it?
Yes.
That was the big premiere.
And then it took like a month gap, and now it's back.
So my version of binging is when I sit down and I go, I got some time, which is like 30 minutes, and I sit there and I go to Netflix. Then it takes me 15 minutes to figure out what I want to watch.
Oh, Jay does that. Yeah.
And it's horrible. And then all of a sudden your time is up and you're like, you haven't watched anything. And the best you could do is go back and actually watch the stuff you haven't finished watching.
Yes. And Jay has this thing, like, with Netflix, I'm like, if I see something I want to watch, I'm like, that's what I want to watch. Let's put it on. But if we're choosing together, we'll find something that we both want to watch.
Right.
And we're like, that looks good. And he's like, but let's look at everything else. And he does it so fast.
You screwed yourself right there.
Like, how am I supposed to weigh out these options?
Go ahead.
Because there's so many things on Netflix.
There's way too many. And you know what I found? there is a website that lists every movie that's currently on Netflix.
So would that be better to just? I would actually prefer to have it on paper.
Go down, check them,
yeah.
say these are the ones we want to watch.
Give them a score out of 10.
Right? But our favorite thing is to watch the worst movies possible.
Yes, tell me about this.
Well, it's like a Mystery Science Theater. Mm-hmm. We were talking about this the other day, and Erin and I, and we get cozy, and we turn it on. And these are the movies, like the kind of movies when someone walks through a cemetery, the gravestones move, that kind of thing. And the dialogue is horrible, and the effects are just hideous. And it's so much fun to make fun of. That's all we do.
So you just sit and roast it.
Oh my gosh. And it's better than, it's better than anything. It's one of our things.
I love that. Yeah, because we talked about the at Broovies there was the Twilight roast last Thursday.
And what did they do? They had a couple comedians there.
Yeah, they had like 4 comedians, and they played the Twilight movie, and then 4 comedians just like roasted it, which they should do with 50 Shades of Grey, because is so bad.
That's horrible.
So bad. It's so bad I had to watch them all just to check how bad they were.
When the book came out, Erin and I were going someplace, and everyone was buying it at the airport because no one knew them there. They still wore their sunglasses. Mm-hmm. And then when you got on the plane, and whether you were going to the bathroom and coming back down the aisle, or when you were getting on, people were already reading. And then we noticed later in the flight and on the way back from our trip, the covers were off. People took the covers up because they were embarrassed. Yeah. Because, and so.
Oh, and Ellen, I was watching Ellen when Jamie Dornan, who plays Christian Grey, was on it, and she told this funny story that she obviously gets, if she has guests on, she gets films to watch.
Oh, yeah.
So she can watch them and then talk to the guest about them. But so she got like a copy of the third 50 Shades film. And she said that she was in her screening room, and she's watching it, and she said that she was at like a particularly saucy part, and her chef comes in. This happens to all of us. Her chef comes in to ask her something about whatever.
Kind of caviar for breakfast.
And he doesn't realize she's watching 50 Shades of Grey, so he just comes in, and it's like this like super like kinky, and he thinks she's just like watching
her porn.
So he asks like the question, and he kind of like backs out blushing.
Kind of chicken do you want? I gotta go.
Chicken or shrimp?
Right. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the red room.
I get embarrassed watching those, and I get embarrassed when I watch Twilight.
Because it's so bad.
Erin was so into it, and I can understand it, people liking it, but you know what I saw yesterday?
What?
I saw 3 things that you thought were extinct in Utah.
What?
Well, we're going to show you right now. Okay, so go ahead and roll that. This is like documentary footage we took yesterday, and like I said, 3 things with the snowblower. 3 things that we thought were extinct. See? Okay, so number 1, the snow we thought was extinct. Number 2, snowblowers, because there's no need. And number 3, T-Rex. T-Rexes we thought were
I like his little butt. That is a terrifying T-Rex.
People but helpful.
Oh my god.
And that's about the only job he can mow lawns too, because his arms are so short.
I'm surprised.
People honk a lot. And the funny thing is, I got one for Erin, and I've got one for Zoe, our 7-year-old, which will be hilarious.
What a little baby costume?
Yes.
Is it a T-Rex, or is it like a different?
No, it's the T-Rex. All right, this is where I scrape her car. God. Okay, that's enough. I don't want you to see me scrape her car. That would be horrible.
That's so funny. And the snow, like, I don't know why, but the snow, like, spreading out the side just adds to it.
All right, that's enough, Mike. Yeah,
I scraped. See, probably.
No, you can't, and she might swear here, so kill it, Mike.
Kill the tape, man. Kill the tape.
That's right. Don't do it. Happiest. Happiest
cities in the world.
I know. I'm looking for
What's the happiest city in the world? That's interesting.
Well, it also tells you. It also tells you that people have been to every single one of them.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure
I'm
where
gonna
it is.
say, if I had to take a guess,
Go
I
ahead.
would say like maybe a Scandinavian country, like Oslo in Norway.
Finland,
or-
it gets all the
or
attention right
Finland,
now.
Or
Yeah.
maybe Reykjavik, except they party really hard.
Do they?
Yeah, Reykjavik in Iceland is known for like hard partying, but they're probably quite happy until they have hangovers, you know?
I can't even spell that.
I know, isn't it fancy that I can say it?
I'm going to move on.
What was the happiest city though, do you know?
No, the funny thing was it was all out of order.
Oh,
and I thought that was,
okay,
and it wasn't
okay.
even alphabetical. And it was just like jumping over number 26, number 4, number 300. And Utah, I think, came in around 15.
Oh, what, in the world?
Yes.
It's not bad.
It's not bad
I
at
thought
all.
everyone was super depressed here.
No, because the depressants help. The antidepressants help, and we are antidepressed now. So that's why it's all perfect. Kern's high school idiot posted on Snapchat a picture of him holding a gun and warning people they shouldn't go to school.
Probably not a great idea right now.
Not any time. And so one of the moms, and I think this is great, one of the kids saw it, told their mom. Mom called the police. Police went to the house, because they don't usually call, because if you're doing something wrong, they want to just show up. The kid opens the door. They tell him and his parents why they're there, and he breaks out into laughter. So there's, I guess, federal charges now, because he thought it was going to be funny. I know.
See, somewhere in my brain, I was gonna make excuses and be like, well, he's
a young kid.
Maybe
He doesn't know.
maybe he's laughing because he's scared. But then it's like, come on, like right now, just how is that?
Right.
In what world could that be fun?
None.
I mean, it's just not.
Especially
is it?
with
It's
what's
just
going
not.
on. We're gonna talk about something else
No.
coming up with counselors here in Utah, and they're talking about more counselors in schools and stuff. But we'll do that. Another thing on the hill. Besides the fact that you can run red lights, because that's.
If
Do
you think
you
they're
do lazy driving in the morning? Because I know where you're coming from, downtown area, but. Do you do the lazy four-way stop where everyone is just rolling through?
Well, here's the interesting thing. I think your drive-in, you have a lot of stop signs because of the area you live.
Well, you get right on the
But
freeway.
it's interesting because, so I'm at 9th South and about 4th East.
Right.
So I go along 9th South and onto West Temple.
So you're
I hit tons of red lights.
Right.
But I was the queen when I used to work at Salt Lake Acting Company. That the road, I can't think what road it is, but
mine is 5th South.
when you're
Right.
yeah, when it's all stoplights,
Right.
and in my head I'm like, I know I'm not supposed to be doing a rolling stop, but I would do a rolling stop.
Everyone.
Because I'd be late every day. So, oh no. I mean, it's hard with stoplights. If stop signs, if there's
Right.
no one else
Right,
around.
you kind of just lazy through.
You just kind of
5th South is
just
like a
ease
rush
through it.
every morning for me, because it's like turn to 5th South, you're going to I-15, right?
Yeah.
And you start there at 7th East, and there's just banks of lights going down to the freeway, and it's like I got it timed. As long as there's not some goofball in front of me, and it's like green. I have to go a little fast sometimes, but green, right on the freeway.
I'm the opposite. I hit every morning. I hit
speed
every
up to the red.
I hit every red.
Right.
Whatever I do, but how do you time it?
You just wait and you hang back, and then they all start going. They're timed to help you. So you have to hit the right speed and be willing to slow down a little bit, be willing to speed up a little bit. It's magic.
And then if you hit a red one, you can just be like, oh, that
You
one's
can blow
broken.
through it.
Just blow through it.
I think it's frozen.
Yeah.
Thank you for the new thing. CBD oils. They are working on this on the hill because there's no regulation on it. Now, first of all, that's a bottle that you can get at like 7-Eleven.
So that is cannabis oil.
Right, with no THC in it. It's got 0.03.
So does that mean you?
No way you could get high off this.
Oh, okay.
Now, a lot of
Okay.
people use it. It's kind of like coconut oil, I have to say. Coconut oil starts off like, it's great for cooking at lower temperatures. And everybody goes, and then someone says, I'm using it as a moisturizer. And everyone's like, a moisturizer and cooking. And then next person says, it's really good. If my hair's frizzy, I could do that. And it gets worse and worse, and then it cures cancer.
Yeah.
And CBD oil is like, if I apply it here and stuff. And you know what? I'm not making fun of you, because we use it with our kid to control seizures. And we get it from a lab, and it's Denver. And it's totally legal to ship, by the way, anywhere in the United States, because it has no THC in it. And we've been doing that for 5 years.
And is it effective?
Yeah, it's knocked them down quite a bit.
Really?
And so we have friends whose daughter has 7 a day, and he's been up on the hill trying to, move things along and get people to be able to use this, even the medical end of it. But there is no regulation. You're selling it as a vape for people who smoke the vapor deals.
Right.
They're selling it everywhere. It's 7-Eleven. There's a pyramid scheme out there that they're doing it like I'm not making fun of you, essential oils. I'm not making fun of you. But it's like that. It's like you get to be a distributor. They put a label on for you when you don't have no idea where it came from.
Oh, okay.
So now what they're trying to say is they're saying we got to manage this better, so people are getting the same product. When we do it, there is a certain cannabis plant, and it's called Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web has no THC in it. That used to be called Hippie's Lament because there was no reason for it for them. It was done. So anyway, they're working on regulations on that.
So do you agree with that? Do you think that's a good idea?
I was talking to someone online yesterday, and that was the conversation. She goes, "Well, I got it, and it's $35 for a bottle." And I said, "Mine's $200."
Oh, so it would bring the price down?
Well, no, because I know where it's coming from, and it's coming from a lab.
Okay, I get
as
it.
opposed to
someone
bringing it in a sack like a boxed wine into the state and diluting
and
it.
You might be getting something.
Who knows what it
even,
is,
right?
right?
Okay, that
So
makes
they
sense.
want a little more control on that, which I can see. I can see getting people certified to make this, and it's really expensive for the real stuff, but that's the way it works.
Well, shouldn't it be expensive to get something that would stop your kids' seizures?
Right.
Isn't this? So,
And
it should be free. It should be free.
And the other thing is that the price has come down. It used to be $1,000 for 3 bottles, and they're 3.3 ounces. And if you need it, you need it. That's just the way it works. And for a lot of people, it works. Some people, it doesn't. And if it does, you're kind of hoping that because it's not a pharmaceutical company, that the price will keep going down.
Right.
Because they're making more and more. And it's not in a garage, which is kind of what you're doing. Tell me what you think about this. This is a committee advanced the bill, and it wants to, wait, where is it? Because it's hilarious. They want to remove all journalists before they start their sessions. They want to clear the journalists out of the House when they start their sessions.
So you can't report what they're talking about?
It's all secret stuff.
I think that's a really good idea. I think you should remove all journalists from the world so we can't report news. God, I'm grumpy this morning. Grumpy old man. But no, that's ridiculous.
No.
That doesn't get to happen.
Being held accountable, right? I just thought that was so great.
Well, we all write fake news anyway.
That's right.
We? So,
right
what's
now,
the point of journalism?
It's right now. You can go ahead and run red lights.
Right.
Feel free.
Yeah, do what you want.
Take a test drive.
That makes me...
It makes me scared. That's what it does. All right, so you're going to get us some information right now. And the information today is being brought to you by... Always Black Friday, 30 to 85% off. Just go to alwaysblackfriday.com and see what their inventory is, as well as Denali. Denali, if you've got some issues with migraines, they have an answer for you. You want to check them out, just go to DenaliMedicalCenter.com. And to all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. If you need some help with your house, making it warm and making it cold in the summer, go to allutahplumbing.com. Daisy, what's going on?
Here's what's making news on Wednesday, February 28th on GebhardtDaily.com. The body of a missing man has been recovered by the Unified Police Department. The remains of Tanner Oblad, 20, were found at about noon Tuesday in the foothills south of Harriman City near Friendship Trail. He'd last been seen at 11 a.m. February 21st. Oblad was autistic, but high functioning. He'd left home without his phone or wallet. Detectives looked at businesses and residential surveillance videos in the area of Oblad's home and were able to track his movement to the trailhead. The cause of death has yet to be determined. 4 men are in custody and at least one other is on the run after Salt Lake City-based FBI agents, in conjunction with the Secret Service and local law enforcement officers, busted suspected members of a high-tech ATM theft ring late Sunday night. According to a criminal complaint filed Monday in federal court, a total of 5 suspects, all of them from Caracas, Venezuela, were charged with a computer fraud and bank robbery in connection with a high-tech scheme known as jackpotting. Investigators say jackpotting requires perpetrators to physically break into the ATMs, then install malware that lets them empty the cash machines without triggering accounting or security measures. And fire crews responded to a motorhome ablaze in the parking lot of Extended Stay America on Tuesday night. Crews were dispatched at about 7:45 p.m. to the hotel at 2310 West City Center Court. Multiple calls came into West Valley City Fire Department as motorists on the nearby freeway saw the flames and dialed 911. Firefighters had the flames extinguished within a couple of minutes, but the mobile home was a total loss. And time now for your Wasatch Front weather, brought to you by our proud sponsors at Brea Technologies, Utah's #1 audiovisual business. You can expect a cloudy start to your Wednesday with light winds and mild temperatures ahead of another storm system that's making its way through the state. By Thursday, we'll see more precipitation with highs in the upper 40s as a mix of rain and snow begins to fall. Nighttime lows will be in the 20s and 30s. That's it for now. For more news and weather 24/7, go to GephartDaily.com.
All right, thank you, Daisy. I love these stories. This is a great story. The Morning Mountain Cam, as you see. The storm's going to clear out really fast today. Thursday, Friday is what they're saying.
Yeah.
And the weather, this is for February 28th, by the way, if you're watching or binge watching later on.
Last day of February.
Oh, is it? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're gonna celebrate a 1-year anniversary on Friday.
Are we?
We decided to do a do-over because we weren't prepared and everybody's still getting sick.
Yeah.
So this is a great story. This is a mom. Now we talked about this. We talked about you going to school and stuff, and you didn't wear uniforms at all.
We did, but by the way, I just found the Happiest cities.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, they're right here.
Oh, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we can come back to that. We did wear uniform, but it was quite casual. It was
like your own khakis.
It was a color. I mean, it was we had to wear
Okay.
a black or gray skirt. But I think I was telling you last time. I dressed with a lot of panache, and I always would get sent out of class all the time because I had a personality in the way that I dressed.
And you couldn't be crushed.
But the great thing was, I'd always go home to my mum or tell my dad, and they'd be like, "Keep doing what you're doing. Like, if you want to wear a hot pink beret and scarf and stilettos to school, keep doing you," which is awesome.
Wow.
Love that about my parents.
Don't try to fit in.
Don't try and fit in.
It's really boring.
Try and stand out.
Here's a mom. We're talking about school. Her daughter got bullied. Her daughter got bullied because her backpack was stupid looking. Now, that shouldn't happen, should it? No, of course not. But she started thinking about it, and she went to school, and she picked up the kids and stuff. She looks out, and she goes, "There's nothing going on with the backpacks." And she goes, "I kind of have an eye for this." And she said, "I could make a better one than that." Mm-hmm. So she went and she made a spreadsheet about what kind of things she would need to make this, and some of the designs, which she made out of cereal boxes and paper bags as kind of her template, trying to figure it out. She went to a couple people with her deal, with her whole spreadsheet and her samples and stuff. And I have to quote this because it's that horrendous. So she called them satchels because it's Britain.
Yeah.
And she decided, what she decided to do is she decided to get them into fashion shows. And so what she did is she went to designers and she said, "What do you think?" And they went, "That's fabulous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Could you put this with your kids' fashions, hanging them on their arm or putting them on or whatever?" And a lot of them did. And once they did, the news picked up on it, the fashion news people, and they picked up, and suddenly she started to get orders like $700, and then it kept going. She turned $775 into $65 million.
Seriously?
Because she made satchels that look like that. So that looks like a grown-up breed.
Wait, she made that?
Yes. And so your computer would go in there, your iPad, your stuff, your lunch, and so
super cool.
I know, right? So it's not even a backpack.
No, that is a satchel indeed.
That is a satchel.
Uh-huh.
Satchels are more expensive than backpacks.
Uh-huh. Love the color. That's super cute. I would totally carry that.
I know, I would too.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who said she took it, and he said, "You're just a stupid woman, and you'll never succeed." A person actually said that to another human being.
That's a nice thing to say. You're a stupid woman. You'll never succeed.
And so she kicked his butt.
Yeah. That would be a good motivator, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right. I don't want to go to work today. Wait a minute. Remember that guy?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it took her about 10 years. The first big order came in, it was $15,000. So she had to get into manufacturing and all this stuff. So anyway, I thought it was a great story.
That's awesome.
It is.
And I haven't heard the word satchel for a long time.
I know,
so
it's a fun,
cute.
I really like it.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the Happy Cities.
Yeah,
Are you ready?
Cities. Yeah.
All right, dueling. All right, you're going to see what I mean. Okay, here, I have a sheet.
What? I don't see any. So it's like 5, 12, 20.
Exactly.
23.
All right, here's Provo at number 7. I got Provo at number 7. I got Orem. There's no number. That's sad.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like 4, and then there's 3 different places.
Right. Colorado.
I don't have any.
Salina. Oh, these are the cities inside of the places. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Okay, you got it. All right. So Portland, South Portland. Portland in Maine is actually one of them once, and it is kicking butt. I lived there for a little while.
Portland in Maine.
Yeah, but when I was there, all the cities I lived in, I had no money. So it's not as fun and exciting as you might think.
Yeah.
So,
Cities are definitely. London, if you don't have any money, is not as pleasurable as London.
Is it horrible?
Money. It's just not as fun, really.
How expensive? No eating and all that.
No eating and.
What? How expensive is? Because San Francisco is just crazy here, but it's going around the country now. The economy's getting great. There's a shortage on housing and stuff like that. But how expensive is London?
Well, I mean, London is expensive, but I always say to people, when you visit somewhere, it is kind of you can do London on a budget. The thing that's amazing about London is there's a lot of art galleries and places that you can visit that are free. Most of the big galleries and stuff are free to go around. So although you can spend money, you can also go to sandwich shops and go to free galleries and stay with my dad. That always helps.
That's always great. Do you have a room still or a couch or anything? What do you have?
We now usually stay in a hotel just because he kind of sleeps downstairs now in the room that we used to sleep in. So he puts us up in a hotel, which is lovely.
He does?
Yeah.
Look, I want to visit.
Yeah, do you want to come with us?
Yeah. He put you in a hotel.
Yeah, it's really nice.
He doesn't like you that much?
I think he likes me. I hope he does. He's my dad. My sister just got back last night.
What is she doing out there?
She just went for a week or so to visit, and she had a great time.
Sorry about the coughing and stuff. We are going to, excuse me. I want to do a story about Southern California, and then we're going to skip Hollywood Connection, and we're going to go into information with Daisy. All right, this is for Mike in the booth. Mm-hmm. Southern California, the city bans texting while blank. What do you think that would be?
Making love. No. How would you know?
Who would you text?
Hey, Mom.
That's.
I don't know. Texting while.
While we get driving, right? You can't do it while you're
driving. No driving.
Okay. A lot of people say no texting when you go up to a counter.
Oh, what about in a movie theater?
Movie theater. My wife is so guilty of this.
Oh, I do it all the time.
Do you?
If I'm bored during the movie, I'll
in a crowded theater?
No. And I usually make sure I sit towards the back so no one behind me. Texting while...
You know what Erin does? Erin, we go to Gateway. No one's ever there. It's great.
Yeah, that's the one I go
Especially
to
for kid movies. You know, it's just like there's 8 of us. And we'll sit someplace away, and then she'll do the texting thing. Or just reading. She does reading in the movies.
Texting while on a bike?
That'd be horrible.
Maybe?
Running red lights, like hopefully we're going to do here. Crossing streets.
Oh, I'm so guilty of that.
With your head down.
Awful.
I see people walk into poles.
So guilty of that.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you with your head down?
Well, I look up at the beginning, and then when I know I'm safe to cross the street, I start texting again. I mean, nothing terrible's happened yet, but it's
just go with the herd. When the herd moves, you go with Well, evidently they've had enough accidents that that's what they're saying. So it's funny. They're asking you not to text when you go up to a register, and somebody's going to be helping you. It's
and that's just polite.
Put your phone down.
Isn't
it's
it?
like,
that's just being polite.
And greet them. Hi, how are you?
Totally.
Wonder if you could help me with blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But the texting thing is this, and I see kids walk across the street in the school zones. You know, I don't know how old you're supposed to be when you get a phone yet.
I would agree with. I mean, I don't know really how you enforce that though. I mean, do you call 911 and be like, I just saw some blonde British girl texting crossing the street.
Cop car pulls up.
Go get her.
I don't know. Because they used to do that with jaywalking. You probably are not familiar, or maybe you cross the street without, not at a corner. And they actually used to give tickets in Salt Lake City to people who jaywalk.
Yeah, that's so not a thing in England.
It's it's really a free for all. For kids, don't do it. For adults, do it. It's okay. All right, information time. Information time with Daisy, and that is brought to you by Fink and McGregor. Fink and McGregor. If you are looking for a mortgage, you give them the information they need, and they can give you a mortgage in 30 days, and you are done, and you own your place. Vein Clinic. The Vein Clinic is waiting to help you out. Erin had her varicose veins done, and it was great, and it didn't hurt at all, and she was really happy about it. And Brio Technologies. If you want to have a business presentation, and you want it to look great, you want lights, and you want smoke, and you want to blow the competition out of the water, putting out your brand, they are the people who can help you. All right, it's time for information. Daisy, what do you have?
Thanks, Todd. Here's what's making national and world news headlines on Wednesday, February 28th on Gebhardt Daily. North Korea has been shipping supplies that can be used to make chemical weapons to the Syrian government, according to a report by the United Nations. The UN says North Korea sent acid-resistant tiles, valves, and thermometers to Syria. The disturbing news comes after multiple accusations that Syria has conducted chemical weapons attacks on civilians in a Damascus suburb. The Syrian government denies the allegations. Jared Kushner and several other White House staffers operating with interim security clearances have had their access downgraded. Kushner, Trump's advisor and son-in-law, was notified last week his clearance would be downgraded. The change comes after White House Chief of Staff John Kelly announced new measures to overhaul how security clearances are handled in the Oval Office following scrutiny over the background check of Staff Secretary Rob Porter. And nearly a dozen people fell ill Tuesday after an unknown substance was found in an envelope at a military base in Virginia. The fire department said 11 people started feeling ill after the lead was opened at Joint Base Maya Henderson Hall in Arlington. 3 patients were transported to the hospital in stable condition to be evaluated further. The U.S. Marines said it took immediate preventative measures by evacuating the building. They've yet to determine what was in the envelope. And now time for another look at your Wasatch Front weather, brought to you by Brio Technologies, Utah's top audiovisual specialists. After drying out for a day, we're about to get another taste of winter weather. Another storm front is making its way into the state, and we'll see more rain and snow starting Thursday and lasting right through the weekend. Temperatures this time around won't be nearly as cold. We'll see daytime highs in the low to upper 40s. Overnight lows will hang in the 30s. That's it for now. For more news across the nation and around the world, check out getpartdaily.com.
All right, thank you, Daisy. Quick shout out. We're going to make a switcheroo. I'm going to have you step outside. Tony Abbott is right here. We're going to have him come in.
Yeah.
404-7201. And also by Columbus Travel with spectacular deals on cruises and all-inclusive vacations. Go to columbusvacations.com. And all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, where they have a winter special that they can check out your furnace and make sure that it's operating efficiently, saving you hundreds of dollars in energy bills. Just go to allutahplumbing.com. Did you know that you can catch the Todd and Erin morning stream on Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, and getpartdaily.com any time of the day or night?
All right, welcome back, everybody. All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. You're looking for a great deal. Matter of fact, if you're looking for, they come out and do the job once, and they have a 2-year warranty on all their labor. These are the people to call. Write it down. Put it in your phone. It's All Utah Plumbing at allutahplumbing.com. Tony Abbott, how are you, man?
How you been?
Very good. We Adventure Dude.
Adventure
Dude.
man.
This guy's had the job for how many years? A lot. Where he gets to live out your dreams without you. So we don't like him just a little bit.
God, that's kind of harsh.
Okay, I know.
It's a little harsh.
Okay, watch this.
It's true.
Watch this. Where are you going next?
Thailand.
Where are you going after that?
New Zealand.
What about after that?
Alaska. Why you got to set me up like that? Why can't I be prepared?
Yeah, okay, do it to me. Ask me.
Okay, where are you going next?
Smith's.
And after that?
Magna.
And after that?
Des Moines.
Ooh, Des Moines.
No, I was lying. I can't afford Des Moines.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But I got something way bigger, way better before any of that happens, and you know what that is.
I do. It's the Great Outdoor Expo coming up, and it's coming up on the when?
9th and 10th.
9th
Next
and
weekend.
10th.
TheBigOutdoors.com.
It is
It's next weekend. You'll be there.
I will.
Unless you're like
No,
me.
I'll be there.
I mean, you see it right there. TheBigOutdoors.com. Booths are basically gone. Tickets are on sale, and I'm launching a special for you guys
Right now?
today. Right now.
All right, what do we got?
First 200 people. That's 200.
Right.
They get on TheBigOutdoors.com.
Right.
On the top right corner
Got
of
it.
the page, there's a J Moore special. You click that. You buy a ticket to the expo for $10.
Right.
We're letting you into J Moore for free. Only 200.
And if
That's it. 200.
And if you do not know the comic, I've seen him. I've seen shows of his. You can look up his comedy, by the way.
It's pretty funny.
Get an idea of what
Pretty
he
funny.
does, and he does all kinds of different comedy. This is gonna be a family show, so that's kind of cool.
PG,
right.
touch of 13.
And it's after they wind
Saturday
down the
night.
expo.
We got a band beforehand, Riff Raff.
Right.
They're going to be jamming to some old school stuff that you and I grew up with.
Very
I mean,
cool.
you're just a little older than me, but same generation.
That's what I mean to him. Thailand.
But you know what? It's been great, man. Being with you guys the last couple months
Well,
has been awesome.
It's
and,
been really cool.
are you guys going to cut me off all of a sudden?
No.
Are you going to be done?
No, not done.
Can I do guest appearances?
For a price?
Do you take Venmo?
Yeah. Bitcoin. So give people an idea because I was talking to someone and they were saying, oh, I've seen Tony on and stuff, and expo thing. Well, I'm not a hunter or maybe not a fisher person, but this is so much more than that.
Todd, and that's the nice thing. It is way more than that. If you have anything that you want to do outdoors,
Right.
Okay, when I say anything, I mean paddleboarding. Runner's Corner just came on. Okay, so we're going to have
Outside running.
Shoes,
Right.
cross-fitting shoes, clothing,
Hiking.
We've got the guys with the North American divers are going to be there if you want to dive, paddleboards, fishing.
And gear, too. You're going to have gear.
Lots of gear, backpacks, sleeping bags, cots.
So you could basically go there and buy everything you need to have adventures this
You know what?
summer.
We've got it all. Hammocks.
Right.
I mean, we really do have it all.
Oh.
So, if you guys are looking for something, it's a great deal. It's down at the UCCU Center, down on UVU campus.
Right.
It starts next Friday, the 9th. It goes from noon to 9 p.m. on Friday, 9 to 6 on Saturday.
Right.
Then it's over. Then you can go watch Jay Moore, and he can make fun of a bunch of BYU students
That's
probably.
right. And he
That's
will.
funny.
He will. And you'll think it's funny even if you go to BYU.
But get your tickets, thebigoutdoors.com, $10. The first 200 people, they get into J Moore free.
There you go.
With the expo ticket. And the expo ticket's good for both days. Get a little wristband.
Oh, that's right.
Truck in on Friday.
So if you can't see it all,
out.
right?
Yeah.
You know, we talked about something the other day. We talked this kind of, and it came to me yesterday. We talked about getting out and doing something, and the fact that I used to fish like every week, and I would go up in the Uintas and stuff like that, and we would camp, and with Erin and I, it was
Take
just
the
like,
trailer, catch your trout,
Right.
fry it up.
and then we have kids. And then you still go, you keep trying to do it and stuff, and then you get tired, and then next thing you know, I'm sitting on my butt for about 10 years, right?
I don't like that.
Right. Now, here's the thing I came up with, is there's fishing then,
Yes.
and there's fishing now.
Yes.
And they're very different. Because fishing then, you're just tromping off through the woods, and you're just doing it and stuff. And now
Fight mosquitoes.
And now you have kids.
Yeah.
And it's just like, there is kid fishing.
Yes,
And
there
you
is.
have to do that.
You do have
not,
to.
I mean, not just for the kids, but you have to say, okay, it's different.
But tell me, how cool was it the first time
Yeah.
your kid threw the
Yeah.
bobber out?
Right.
The bobber started going, and
Yeah.
the kid reeled in their first fish.
Yeah, right?
That's way better than any fish I've ever caught.
And sitting by the fire. We all talked about that.
Sitting by the
Is there anything
fire.
sexier than wood fire?
No, I mean it's good for the soul. I mean,
It
the
is.
outdoors is such a magical place. You don't have to hunt. You don't have to
No.
fish. Just go. Take a walk. Take your camera.
Right.
You know, do any number of things, but get outside, and that's the whole goal of this.
Right.
Get off the computers. Get off of the video games.
Right.
Get off of these things and get your kids up. Get up and go. Because guess what? They don't do it anymore.
No one's gonna make an appointment for you to go fishing.
No, they're not. So
You've
you know
gotta
what?
do
It's
it.
it's pretty exciting, and the Big Outdoors Expo is the place for it. Again, that's www.thebigoutdoors.com. Come see us down there. Todd and Erin are going to be there. I'm going to be there. We've got some great BYU great. Ty Detmer's going to be there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, NFL player now. Taysom Hill's going to be there. He's
Right.
playing for the Saints.
Right.
Jay Moore's going to be there.
Nice.
Todd and Erin.
I'm gonna be there.
I mean, it really is an awesome opportunity. It's the fourth year.
Right.
We should walk 15,000 people through.
Nice.
I've got 220 booths that are just jammed with everything cool. You know what I mean? Good food,
Nice.
good fun,
Nice.
and 2 big giveaways this year.
Really? What do you got?
Free. When you come in,
Uh-huh.
okay, we're giving away, it's called a smart trampoline. They're springless.
Oh yeah, right.
So they're a lot safer.
Right.
And from Spa Bros, we're giving away an 8-person hot tub. Free.
I don't
No,
even
this
know
is free.
8 people I'd like to be in a hot tub
No,
with.
you got one.
I got one.
And it's not the guy sitting next to you.
That's it. Probably not.
That is so messed up.
One thing before we go, is the fact that do this experiment. Next time you're sitting around with your friends or your family, and you've gone camping and you're sitting around a campfire, there are moments where everything goes silent. Everyone's joking around and talking and
I
stuff.
just felt that.
Right? And all of a sudden, and everybody's kind of looking at the embers, and all of a sudden everyone just stops talking, and there's this moment,
It is a moment.
right?
It is a moment.
It's very cool.
Hey, can I say this?
Please do.
I'm pretty excited because I'm about to head out and got some more running around to do.
Right?
Now I realize I don't have to stop at red lights. I mean, unbelievable. I heard you say that.
Isn't that ridiculous?
I don't have to stop at red lights. Is that true?
No, you can. You have,
Wait, I have to stop. I don't have to wait.
but you have to pretend like you feel
Yeah.
like it's stuck.
Yeah.
on
I mean,
red.
right now, every one of them's stuck.
It's.
Mayhem.
it's-
I am going to come to a stoplight. I mean,
I think it's stuck.
can anything possibly good come by that?
No,
I mean,
it's on the hill for voting, by the way.
like literally.
Yeah.
There's no way it gets out
No,
of committee,
there's
is
no
it?
way.
Any chance?
No. I remember about 10 years ago, one of the representatives from Lehigh thought it would be great because one of his constituents suggested that you should be able to shoot feral cats.
Can I say something?
Don't.
No, I haven't shot feral cats.
Good.
Representative Oda,
Uh-huh.
I know him well.
Yeah.
He came on when I did my show, The Big Outdoors,
Right.
and he promoted this. Hunting feral cats. Now, listen, I joked about it.
Yeah, I
You
know.
have to joke about it.
I know.
It's kind of like the red light deal.
But there's one guy who
Feral
wants
cats.
to shoot feral cats, and then he brings it up. It's just ridiculous.
I think I'm going to have a push.
You're gonna?
Yeah. I think everyone should pay me $1. I think we should make legislation.
I'm already up for 2, so you just get that bill off.
Hey,
the
you
hill.
know what? We're excited. The Big Outdoors Expo this next weekend, meaning the 9th and the 10th at the UCCU Center on UVU campus. It's Friday from noon to 9. It's Saturday from 9 to 6. Todd and Erin will be there. All sorts of cool stuff will be there. And Jay Moore will be performing on Saturday night. And if you buy the first 200 people that buy their tickets online right now at thebigoutdoors.com,
all right,
we'll get into Jay Moore free.
All right. Thank you, sir.
There's none better than you.
Boom. So confused. Wow. All right, we'll kind of come back and more T-Rex for you. T-Rexes coming up on the Todd and Erin Morning Stream at GetPartDaily.com.
The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is brought to you by Fink and McGregor. If you go to fink-mcgregor.com, there's a short 4-minute quiz, and at the end of it, you can find a whole array of mortgage options, and someone will call you back from Fink and McGregor within the next business day. Also by Utah Credit Approval. Go to utahcreditapproval.com because they know that bad things happen to good people, but that shouldn't stop you from repairing your credit and getting a reliable automobile at utahcreditapproval.com. And also all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. John has 24/7 service because he knows that emergencies can happen any time of the day or night. And right now they have a $69 special to check out all your heating systems to make sure they're working well. Just go to allutahplumbing.com.
At Always Black Friday, we love a good deal. We buy new and used products at a discount so we can pass on the savings to you. And we're Get Part approved. From electronics to clothing to appliances. If you want it, we have it at discount prices. Visit our eBay store or come to our warehouse at 865 West 12th Street in Ogden. Always Black Friday, where you can find Black Friday deals all year round.
Happy Black Friday!
Hi, welcome back to the Todd and Erin Morning Stream, GetPartDaily.com. Thank you for Daisy being here. Our nanny didn't show up, so my wife got stuck at home because I leave first and we drive separate cars. Thank you very much for doing this.
Someone just commented on Facebook, and I forget who it was now, but said, are we going to talk about Christopher?
We should do that. Christopher giveaway. We do this all week long, every Friday, and this is to say thank you for watching and being a part of this and sharing everything. Basically, it's Christopher's Prime Steakhouse and Grill. Unbelievable place. It's fancy. It's got linen. It's got beautiful glass and everything, and the food is wonderful, but it's not snooty.
That's a big thing.
It is, isn't it? It's comfortable. So all you have to do is go and make a comment below, mention the word Christopher, and we put you in the drawing. And Friday, the trip goes out to a beautiful place to eat. All right. So, this is good news for women with babies. There is a bill that is saying that breastfeeding is okay. So a bunch of old white men got together and they decided that breastfeeding was okay. What?
You can do it.
Which parliament was it where the lady was speaking in the House and she was breastfeeding at the same time? And she had the blanket up and everything, and there she is talking to the other politicians, and no one blinked.
Yeah.
No one blinked. It was like, oh, boom, baby, eating, and keep talking. And how easy was that?
I saw an interesting thing on TV yesterday as well when I was homesick. You know those issues that you're just like, okay, why are people talking about this?
About which? About
it was so Kim Kardashian. Okay, so she just had her new baby, Chicago West, right?
Is that the name?
Yeah.
Well, it's not the baby's fault.
Oh, poor baby. So she did a Snapchat pic of her with her baby, right? And it was the first picture of the baby, and they both had, it was using a Snapchat filter, so they both had cute little ears and little whiskers. I think they were little mice or something like that. So I see it, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of a smart move, right? Because if you're a Kardashian, everyone's clamoring to see a photo of your baby. But so if you show a photo of your baby and you using a Snapchat filter, that's kind of a good idea because you can kind of show your baby, and people are like, "Oh, that's so cute," but you're not actually showing her face, right?
Oh, right.
That's kind
and
of
so the
smart.
baby was eating.
No, just not to do with breastfeeding. She's just holding her. But apparently, there was some big furore on. There was like a talk show in England and stuff that was like, okay, I think it's like so wrong to use a Snapchat filter on your baby. Like, who would do that? That's so messed up. And they're all like, Piers Morgan was all like super excited about it. And it's like, how is this an issue? Like, to me, it's kind of smart to do that. And it's not like child abuse to use a Snapchat filter on your baby. Like, do you know what I mean?
How many other things do we have to worry about?
Exactly. And that's what they said on the talk. They're like, why is this,
Everyone's waiting to be offended.
Yeah.
Everyone's waiting to be offended.
And doesn't it feel like that?
And one of the things was snowboarder, red hair.
Shaun White.
Shaun White.
Yeah.
So Shaun White wins, okay, and he gets the gold. And his friends pile over the fence, which is a great scene. And they're all a community, and they pile over. And someone from the outside throws in an American flag into the mix. Mm-hmm. And he sees it, and he gets it over his shoulder. And then the crowd's moving around, everybody's high-fiving and stuff. And then he sees someone else who wants to go hug him. And so he's going, not knowing where the flag is. Well, the flag drags on the ground.
Come on.
And it was an accident. And he wasn't the one who brought the flag out. If you're a runner, you run along and you have your flag perfectly. But they didn't have that, and it fell to the ground. And no one at this group of people didn't even bother to talk about the gold and how cool it was. They just had to say that he should have his medal taken away because he dropped the flag.
Oh, that's so stupid. So you've just won. He probably didn't even know there was a flag.
He's wearing jackets.
Oh my God.
No,
seriously.
So anyway, I just thought.
Yeah, there's some things that's just like, why, come on, why would you get excited?
There isn't anything. There isn't anything, and there are people, and I've blocked them. Oh, by the way, if you haven't done this yet, everybody when it comes up on your Facebook page and it shows a wheelbarrow and it asks you, do you know what this is? Or they show, oh my gosh, I get these all the time. Or if you could live in this cabin and make $100,000 a week without Wi-Fi, would you? And I hate them. So anyway, I go through, and the 3 little buttons on the right, you click them and you can block them forever because they're not coming from your person. They're coming from a company that makes money doing that.
Oh, you can block them?
Oh yeah, forever. Not block, kill.
Oh, that's cool.
And so now I don't have to have a nutcracker show up and go, remember using this?
Yeah, there's enough things in the world, definitely, without getting excited about, things like, oh, the American flag touched the ground.
It wasn't on purpose.
If he'd torn it from his shoulders and thrown it down and stamped on it, that would be one thing. But
totally an accident. And I just thought, he just won the gold for the United States.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
And he's old.
He's super old.
Compared to all the other.
Isn't he like 76?
He's got to be. In skateboard land. Mm-hmm. It's like dog years. Mm-hmm. He's like really old, but he came out and he kicked butt, and he did it again, 3rd in a row, 3rd Olympics, and I just think it's really cool that he did it.
So just let him have his, moment. That's fine.
Just back off, would you?
Calm down.
All right.
Calm down.
Well, I think we're done for today. Once again, thanks for dropping in. And I just wanted to say thank you for everybody watching. I showed you earlier the T-Rex that has been hanging around our house, and I thought we'd end the show with that. So, Daisy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow morning on the Todd and Erin morning stream with Daisy on GephartDaily.com.
Shortened arms. It's just so hard to pull a ripcord.